Hello guys, it's Edo Kami-sama. This is part 2 of Kind Things About Japan. Okay, so let's start with one of my experiences. So when I first came to this country, I had to get to, I think it was Utsunomiya, or was it Utsunomiya? I think it was Utsunomiya, okay? But to make a long story short, I had to come all the way from Narita to get by train all the way to Utsunomiya. Now, me being a first-time foreigner here, I was still in nostalgia. And Japan was still a mystery. So I didn't know about the transit. I didn't know anything. I didn't know how to speak Japanese. I knew a little Japanese. But my Japanese was not to the degree that it is now, okay? I couldn't hold the conversation. As I'm on the train, I'm sweaty, I'm hot, I'm exhausted, and I'm tired. And I made the mistake of walking right into rush hour in Tokyo, okay? So, while I'm doing this, it's crowded, it's overwhelming, I'm bombarded with people, and something you need to be aware of is that rush hour in this city is insane. People run, they bump, they power walk to wherever it is they have to go with such haste that you would think that something bad is about to happen. Okay? So be mindful. Try to avoid rush hour. Me, unfortunately, I didn't as a first timer. When I came to this country, somehow I ended up right in the middle of the city during rush hour. And so I was confused, I was nervous, and I tried to get help. And the only way possible was to ask one of the little stores that they have. Now, mind you, these stores will be something that you see everywhere. Every train station that you go to, you will see these little stores. They have magazines, alcohol, drinks, food, you name it, they have it. Sometimes they even have a little Shinkansen, which is the speeding bullet souvenirs. Okay? So I asked the lady, could she speak English? And she said no. But this very attractive lady came out of nowhere. I didn't notice her. She noticed me. And she said, well, I can speak English and I can help you. So, this lady, this young girl, she explained to me that she was studying for a test and that she was graduating from college. And so, she pretty much held my hand all the way to the station, into the train. And what I mean by hold my hand, I don't mean literally. I mean, she spoke on my behalf to the ticket master. She gave me the ticket. Then she showed me where to go. And the only thing that made me a little skeptical about her at first, I was weirded out. I would admit I was weird. I was weirded out by this. Not me being weird, but I thought it was weird. I was just shocked. I didn't know how to really react. So she says, oh, I'm a little drunk. And when she says that, I become a little skeptical because I'm thinking, is the information she's giving me a little distorted? But it wasn't. I got on a Shinkansen, a super train, a bullet train, and I was able to get to a hotel. Okay? So you have that random act of kindness. Now, continuing on forward, I'll go to another situation, another example. I finally got to Ichinoseki or Senmaya. They're all connected. So I was living in Senmaya. I think this was 2 or 3 weeks in, and I wanted to go to Tokyo. I was so anxious because I just got to Japan, so Tokyo was on my list of things to do. specifically Akihabara, which I mentioned to you guys in the previous video. Okay, and so I go to a konbini called Sanks. Now the konbini's company name in the States is Circle K, but they call it Sanks. It's hard for me to pronounce. Okay, so I walk into the konbini, and there's this middle-aged lady. She's about, not middle-aged, I'd say she's about her early 30s, maybe 40s, maybe late 40s. She didn't look like it, but she tries to explain to me how to get to the bus stop, because there's a bus that goes directly to the station, to the train station, that would get me to Tokyo. Okay, so as I'm asking her for help, she explains to me, but it's in Japanese. So mind you, I don't understand. So instead of explaining to me, she asks her boss if she can help me get to the bus stop. So he says it's okay. She comes around the corner. And another side note, it was cold outside and snowing. She grabs my hand and helps and shows me how to get to the bus stop. She walks with me all the way to the bus stop. All the way to the bus stop. So the kindness here goes without saying. I mean, the people will go above and beyond to help you. Now, with your co-workers, this is something that you need to be aware of. If you get a job in this country, that being very kind and helpful, it sometimes plays out, because one thing you need to know about this culture is that people don't express themselves the way that Americans do. They won't express themselves, okay? They won't say anything. So a person will help you, especially a coworker. They will help you, and you might fall into that trap of being a burden because you're always asking for help. So my advice to you is not to do that. Now, granted, I've had some coworkers, especially in Soma. I think I mentioned it in my last video. Soma and Senmaya and Ichinoseki, the people have been very helpful. They will go above and beyond to make sure you get to where you need to get, or do what you need to do. They will help you out a lot, but you just have to be careful not to fall into that trap of being a burden. And it's easy to do that, okay? Because to be frank, I think that I might have done that unknowingly with some people. You know, you don't want to be a burden, but you end up being a burden anyhow, okay? So just try not to fall into that trap. They will help you, but that sometimes it doesn't mean that, how can I say it? It doesn't mean that it's always necessary. Yeah, how can I put it? They will help you, but it doesn't mean that they actually want to help you, okay? Sometimes it's more of an obligation, okay? They don't want to. They may feel like they have to. So yeah, just keep that in mind, guys. And I apologize for the video being short, but the next segment we're gonna go into talking about the women, Japanese women, dating, style, notions, myths, everything. I'm gonna go into that with you guys, okay? And some ugly truths for which a lot of you are not aware of, okay? So it's Edo Kami-sama, and I will talk to you guys later. See you.